Plus, the statement the East leading Pistons sent to the rest of the league, we're going to tell you. But first, we start our show today with the biggest story. Our Shams Charania reported yesterday that Trae Young and his agents, they are working with the Atlanta Hawks on a trade out of the franchise. Now, Young's representatives in the Hawks, they have started collaborative talks over the last week on finding a resolution here. So let's say hello to Shams now. Shams, how do you see this playing out for the four-time All-Star as we march toward the trade deadline?
Like Trae Young's Hawks tenure is coming to an end. He appears to be in his final days and weeks in Atlanta after 7+ seasons together as the face of that franchise. And I'm told both Trae Young and the Hawks know he just doesn't fit with the current team anymore. We've seen the Hawks move and turn the page toward this young core of Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels, Onyeka Okongwu. And so both sides now are collaborating on trade talks out of Atlanta, turning the page, seeing where else Trae Young can land to be the lead guard of a franchise elsewhere. And this really started in the offseason when the Hawks decided not to offer a contract extension to Trae Young. And now Trae Young seeking a team that could give him an extension. And also stemming from the fact that the Hawks have played better this season without Young in the lineup. And so here between now and the trade deadline, the Hawks can either move Trae Young, they can wait for his contract to get to an expiring deal in the offseason when he has a player option, or he opts out that gives them $40 million in cap space in the offseason. But Trae Young appears to be nearing the end of his career in Atlanta.
All right, so a couple of different options about how the end could look here for Atlanta and Trae Young, but it seems that the end is near nonetheless. Shams Charania, the best insider and the best hair in the game. Let's remind folks about what type of player, though, you'd be getting with Trae Young, because offense has never been an issue, right? He averages over 25 points, just under 10 assists in his NBA career, and his 48.1 points scored or assisted on per game, second most in league history, behind only Luka Doncic. The issue, of course, comes on the defensive end, because since entering the league, Trae Young ranks as the least effective defender against ball handlers using on-ball screens. That's according to Genius IQ. And then this season, Shams mentioned the injuries that Trae Young has battled. Well, Atlanta, 2-8 with Young on the floor, 15-13 without him. So I'm here with Shanae Agumake, fresh off her trip all around the world, most recently Abu Dhabi. Is that right?
Yes.
Dubai.
Abu
Dhabi.
Mashallah.
You going places.
Marhaba.
You going places.
Danny Green, she's going places, and apparently Trae Young is going places too here, Perk. What are your thoughts? Perk is fired up.
Okay, I got you. Tarsi, can you take my solo shot really quick? Because he wants me to read it, but I'll hold it up too. 25-10.
25-10.
Okay.
That's Trae Young numbers, career numbers. 25 points, 10 assists. Talk about Hall of Fame numbers, if you want me to go there. Talk about a guy that Jersey is going to be in the Raptors. I don't want this breakup to end up like a OKC KD. I need it more along the lines of OKC and Russell Westbrook, right? That's how they need to part ways. And when you think about Trae Young, yes, his time is up, right? When the relationship has run its course, but it's time for a new destination. He's still a guy that is that star / knocking at the door of being a superstar that could put butts in the seat, exciting to watch. And I just think it's time for a fresh start. But make no mistake about it, we're talking about a guy that is just scratching the surface of his prime, still got a lot left in the tank. Trae Young is still one of the elites, one of the best PGs in the game today.
And that's why I'm torn about it, because you have someone that is so potent offensively in Trae Young, but defensively is unfortunately at times a liability. If you take him off the floor, their defense, the Atlanta Hawks, improves by 13.3 points per 100 possessions. So that's a great defense. That's a lot of points. And also, I like this idea that I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Danny, Malika, Perk, that 2021 Eastern Conference Finals run kind of lives rent-free in our heads. Like, oh my gosh, they reached success. But that was almost 5 years ago, half a decade.
Sure.
So, the last place that you want to be, I always tell people.
Not half a decade.
I mean, maybe
I guess
that's
we're
a
in
little dramatic.
2026, so technically, oh my
I know, right? But the worst place is to be in the middle. And I do think that this team with Trae was in the middle of the pack. They're actually below that because I believe they're 10th in the East. But then moving forward, they're going to build around their young core that is improved defensively, and Trae gets to have an impact somewhere else.
And I don't think the easy thing to do because of the defensive numbers that we've shown, is to maybe blame Trae Young for the underperforming Atlanta Hawks. But it's more factors than that. Zachary Risacher hasn't necessarily taken the next step that everyone thought that he was going to. Jalen Johnson's defense has slept a little bit. You're looking at Dyson Daniels, who can't hit an outside shot right now. So while it's certainly things that Trae can improve, I think that there is still a player in there that teams should be very attracted to making a deal for.
How quickly you forget, and I'm with Perk. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player. He got snubbed a couple times. Should have been more than 4 times.
Right.
He's great. We haven't seen much of him this season, so we don't really know. But I believe he's still a very good fit. And this is no knock to Trae. Like, he's a very good player. They're just playing better without him. I mean, he might not fit with this group. But I honestly think, obviously, it's time. They've been talking about trades and rumors the last couple of years. I think him and Ja swap could make sense. They both just need to change the scenery to me in the bigger picture. But Memphis could use a guy like Trae. Obviously, there's other teams out there too. But he still, to me, is a really good player. We just haven't seen much of him this season.
No, and we haven't. And the blessing in disguise is when Trae got injured, we was able to see the rise of Jalen Johnson.
Yep.
I had to realize just 2 weeks ago that the man is damn near averaging a triple-double. Like, real talk.
You had to filter yourself for a second.
Seriously, and I knew he was a superior athlete, but when it comes down to being able to go get 23 to 24 points a night and drop 8 or 9 assists and make guys around you better, we talk about different type of eliteness.
And don't forget, they still have a pick from the New Orleans Pelicans here, so they could be looking, if they move on from Trae Young, to try to be going and getting and filling that spot if that does in fact happen. But we have seen a bunch of moves, a bunch of trades make huge impacts for teams, and we saw the fruits of that in one of the games last night. A little revenge game. It is a word.
Yes, it is.
I've been working on my vocabulary.
Perfect word for Kevin Durant.
How about H-Town? Because we saw Grant and former Houston Rocket Dylan Brooks played each other in dramatic fashion here, Shanae.
Oh my gosh, this was one of those matchups that you're like, okay, it's going to be physical. We saw this from the jump. No love lost amongst the brothers.
Bully ball.
So we showed that in the first quarter to let you know that Thompson and Brooks, they were going at it a little bit. But in the fourth quarter here, Kevin Durant gets to his spot, knocks down that turnaround jam.
What he does, can't contest that. He's 7 feet, turnaround fade.
But the Suns battling back here. Devin Booker, he hit a huge shot to beat Oklahoma City the other day. Another big shot there. And then Dylan Brooks trying to put the KD moves on.
Working on some things. He's been working on some things this year.
He's been in the lab here. And then with the Suns up 3.
Oh my God.
My favorite player, y'all. That's my favorite player.
That.
Amen. Amen.
Plus the foul. I love that we get both pronunciations there. All right, so the game's all tied at 97. Will Booker hit another go-ahead bucket here? Booker, he tries for it. Can't quite get that one to go. So then an ensuing Rockets possession. And who are you going to call?
Kevin Durant.
That's exactly right. Gets the inbound pass here. Knocks it down from deep.
Pack him up.
Dagger.
Pack him up. Get him up out of here.
I love it.
Durant delivers again. What a shot by KD. He finished with 26 points after nailing the dagger. And I guess they light the beam now.
Something new, yeah. Houston's got a different celebration.
Or maybe they're
I'm going to see that.
Let the steam, not light the beam. Let the steam. There you go.
Well, Monday, it marked Kevin Durant's 8th career go-ahead three-pointer in the final 5 seconds of a regular season game. That ties, anybody? Vince Carter.
Half amazing.
For the most by any player since the play-by-play data was first tracked. Here's KD after
It did. And look, I'm loving every bit of this pettiness. I'm loving people talking their noise. I'm loving Giannis getting on the break, windmilling when he's not supposed to. And KD, talk your talk, bro, because you took a lot of heat when you was with the Phoenix Suns. Although you still averaged about 27 points with them, we knew last night it was going to be a brawl for it all, the game winner, and he had 10 clutch rebounds.
Kendrick Perkins,
yes,
where are we from?
That's my name.
That 281-330.
I'm from Beaumont.
You from Beaumont, I'm from Cypress, but we all play in Houston. We're starting off the year strong. I want to break down this game winner. I like the back cut that ensures Kevin Durant can get the ball because you're not going to leave the guy at the rim. So one, he's able to get the ball on the most important possession. Devin Booker knows what's up. He's like, KD is coming. You're going to have 2 people here. It does not matter. He gets to his spots and elevates. And I want to show you guys how we go beyond the numbers here because this shot was huge. First of all, he jumped 2.4 feet in the air, the highest on any made 3 he has